What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I want to talk about Terra Luna Classic. I put out a video yesterday saying that I was going to go all in on Terra Luna Classic. And then I did put out another video saying I actually went all in on Terra Luna Classic. So I did spend $1,000, $1,000+ on Terra Luna Classic yesterday. And the reason why I decided to do that was because I see so much potential in what's going to take place. Also, I didn't actually spend any of my money. I took money from the $4,000 that I made, or $6,000 that I made from Terra Luna Classic as a whole. If you didn't know, I invested $40 in the beginning and turned that into $15,000 and pocketed $6,000 of that. And now I'm reinvesting another $1,000 out of it. So technically, I've only made a realized gain now of $5,000 because I reinvested it into Terra Luna Classic at some of these levels. Now, I wanted to talk about what my exit strategy will be, because if you don't know, I'm now going to be staking this 8 million Lunic that I did buy. And when I stake it, I'm staking it for a long period of time. Now, what's my exit strategy now that I gained another 8 million coins? You know that I'm going to be gaining more coins as Lunatics token does pay me out coins, because I've gained over 2.3 million. I gave away 2 million to subscribers and members and all of that. But I still have 300,000 that I did gain from Lunatics token, and I plan on gaining a lot more as more volume comes through. If you guys want to know more about that, check out some of my previous videos on Lunatics token, or just go on Twitter and check them out. At Lunatics token. I can't speak. At Lunatics token is their handle. But anyways, I wanted to talk about my exit strategy, my exit plan for my Terra Luna Classic that I have, because some people have more than me. I try and be conservative in a way when it comes to investments, especially one that I've already made a hell of a lot on. I don't want to invest more money into it and then just kind of kill what I invested, because the gain was phenomenal, right? It's not about investing more money than what you did in the beginning. It's not about investing more money than what you had, at the peak point, right? Because if I had $15,000 and I'm now investing $15,000, it makes no sense for me to do. I turned $40 into $15,000. Why would I invest another $15,000 into it? It just doesn't make sense. So anyways, I sit on what I have. I have $40 that I invested. I now have about $4,000 worth, $5,000 worth, something like that. But I want to go through the exit strategy plan. That's enough talking. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. Follow me on Patreon. Link is in the description, or on Twitter at Perry8K. Let's go ahead and dive into this. So Terra Luna Classic is currently down 3% on the day. It's at 0.0001252. Now, we saw everything that was really down yesterday besides Terra Luna Classic. It was moving in the right direction for pretty much the whole day. And once we get to a point where we get to this high point at 6 or 7 o'clock, right, we're going to see this at a pretty substantial loss as long as it does stay down there. Now, if it does start to climb, we may not see this at a substantial loss. We're seeing $200 million worth of volume. It's down 41% from yesterday. And the market cap is still at an $824 million market cap. Now, what does that mean for my position? Well, let's go into here. You all know exactly what I have here. I'm not going to change this up because this is my exit strategy here. Once I hit certain prices, I'm going to make certain moves and take certain bits of profit. Now, some people will just say, I'm holding on to all of it till it gets to $1 and then selling all of it. Totally understandable. You can do whatever you want. I know the 1.2% burn will have a huge burn that day, because if you're holding 100 million and you have 1% of that 100 million, you're going to see a decent amount from just that. And that's $100 million or something, right? It's going to be pretty cool. But if it gets to $1, right? When it gets to $1. But you can see here that I'm going to sell at basically 80% of a penny. I'm going to sell at 5 cents. I'm not going to sell at a penny. I'm going to sell at 5 cents. I believe it will go higher than that. 10 cents is a given. I do see that. So automatically, I believe no matter what happens, I believe I'll have 1.2 million out of this just by holding these positions and selling a total of 15 million before it even hits 11 cents. So I know that I'll be able to gain quite a bit out of that just by holding this much. Then we're going to see it grow up to 25 cents. I'm going to sell 5 million, which is 1.2 million. And then we'll get to 45 cents right before 50 cents. I'm going to sell another 3 million, which is 1.3. And then we'll see it get to, let's see, 75 cents, somewhere around there. It'll probably be a little bit less. I'll probably do it around 70, but I'll sell 7 million, which is a 5.2 or maybe 5 million or so. So total that I'll have at that moment is $9 million before it even gets to $1. Then when it does get to $1, I'll sell another 5 million, which is $5 million. And that will give me a total of $14 million. Now, the last sell that I'll make for my normal amount, which is 36 million, I will sell at $5. I'll sell another million at $5, which will gain another $5 million. Now, everything else that I'm holding from there is going to be staked. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to make any moves after that, but I know it's going to be staked until it hits a level of probably between $10 and $25. And that's where I will make a move. But all I know is in the end, I want to have somewhere north of 5 million that I'm holding for the long term. And that may be, I may end up giving up a ton of money by doing that because I don't know what it's going to be, right? Is Terra Luna Classic going to be worth, $50 or $100? Is it going to be something that holds strong within a normal use case and be have that algorithm, have the stable coin, and the stable coin is repegged? Are we going to see everything back to normal? And if we do, right, that 5 million could be worth so much more. But when it does get to 10 million, that will be another level to where if it is unstakeable at the time, if I can sell it at that time, I will most likely sell another 3 million and hold. That's 30 million. I will most likely have another 3 million, and 5 million will be what is left over. Now, if it does end up growing to $50, right, as we're staking it, I'll stake it all that time. I don't know how long it will take, but if it does grow to $50, that's when I will take probably half of it, and then I'll start to, trim off the top when it gets to $100. But I want to hold millions as it does get to these higher price points, because either way, I've already gained millions of dollars at this point, turning basically $5,280 into $49 million. So the next levels, it's like, if this gets to 50, if this gets to 100, then would I be able to take some? So yes, I would take, probably 2 million. I said half, but I would take 2 million. And that would be $100,000. So this is where the line gets crossed, because I would say anything above $1, this is where people start, wondering if that's truly going to happen. So it's kind of a little bit of like a gray area. So I'm making it a gray area. So it's a little bit of a gray area. So everything before that, I expect to make 14 million. But if all fails, I do expect to make 1.2 million. If everything else doesn't happen, if it only goes up to 10 cents, I still gain 1.2 million, and I'm okay with that. But if all of this happens, which it's highly likely that it will happen, I can gain a total of 14 million out of that. Now, again, all of this is gray area. So even though the thumbnail and the title probably says what's included in that gray area, that's my plan for the end, right? And I think that this can truly see that. But I think other people will see thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands, and they will take profit thinking that it's not going to increase, because we're going to see retracements during. We are. This is not the stock market, guys. The stock market is completely different, to where it can be manipulated by hedge funds and big money and all of that stuff. This can also have some form of manipulation with big money, but it doesn't have all the manipulation that the stock market has, right? So while you're looking at businesses and all that stuff, they can literally sell you on why it's decreasing, even though they're the reason that's decreasing it, right? If they're shorting the hell out of it, they can say, oh, well, the reason is because of the financial statements. The financial statements aren't the thing that supports stocks. The things that support stocks are people reading those financial statements, reacting off those financial statements. But nevertheless, I'm not going to talk about that. I already did. But yeah, now we get into the last piece, to where I have 3 million that's left. And again, I will trim off the top. Will I take the full 3 million? No, I won't take the full 3 million. Now, I don't know what the price point will be, or what the overall amount that's held in supply will be. But if it's 100 million, then technically I have 3% of the overall supply at 3 million that's left. That's what I want, is I want to have 1, 2 to 3% of the total amount. So I'm excited to see what this is all about. I'm excited to see how much I gain here. But if I do take another million, right, you know, that's another 100 million. So turn it into 249 million. So even though the title says 249 million, it's just absurd numbers. This is all gray area. This is all gray area over here. This 235 million is all gray area. Now, do I expect to make that? I don't expect to make it. I would love to, but do I expect to? No. I expect to gain profit off of this, the 14 million. I expect to only gain profit off of the 2 million or the 1.2 million and be happy with that. Because turning, you know, $5,000, or technically when I invested $40 into 1.2 million, that's insane. That's something that no one will believe until they actually see it. But then saying that you're turning $5,000 into 14 million, they're just like, that's not going to happen. But then $5,000 into 249 million, it's like, come on, get real, right? That's that type of stuff. But again, this is all gray area. All of it's gray area. So I just wanted to give you guys an updated plan. I do plan on staking all of that, staking the 8 million. I'm still in the process of picking a validator in order to do it. I'm just struggling with which one I will select. I know it's a difficult decision because you have commissions and rising commissions as well. So I really want to feel out the situation and make sure that I pick the right person. And I'm not trying to give someone too much voting power. They already have a lot of voting power. We just want to make sure that we have others that also have voting power as well. Don't just give one person or 3 people or whatever voting power. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Let me know how absurd that this is in the comments, because I'm definitely going to get it to where people are like, come on, get real. 249 million, that's way too much. I understand, but it's not impossible. Remember, somebody made 5.2 billion off of Shiba Inu, and that was off of a rise to the peak point that we did see there. So from the lowest point all the way to the peak point, and that's not even the highest value that a lot of people believe Shiba Inu is going to get to. So it's not absurd. I don't think it's absurd. I think this is a little bit strong, but you know, you can always dream, and this is kind of more of that dream. This is sort of reality. This is reality in my opinion. Getting to 10 cents is a reality. Getting to 1.2 million is a reality. It's just a matter of time. So guys, again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. If you guys want this spreadsheet, it's over on my Patreon. So go and follow my Patreon. You can put your own numbers in here. Just update this, and you'll be able to get a full breakdown of what your plan is. So make sure you save your plan and take your profit as those different prices hit. I know it's going to be tough when you see 2.1 million and you're only taking 100,000. It's going to hurt, but it's going to feel good when you see that rise and you see it's worth 10 million. So anyways, I keep continuing on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one.